And we made it. We made it. Good to see everyone. I'm hitting a few buttons here and getting organized. Good to see everyone. Welcome, welcome to the 1% Club, man. It's going to be a good day today. Tony, what's going on? Good to see you, buddy. My new neighbor up in Lake Tahoe. We're coming in Klein Village, buddy, 2027. I know I've been talking about it for years, but Kathy's informed me that's the plan. What's up, Jared, Howard, Nicole? Good to see you. So excited. Okay, so we're gonna get rocking. Matt, Jim Fury was at my house, what, 2 days ago, Jim? Yeah, you were. That was awesome, man. Jeff Russell's in the house. Patricia, good to see everybody. Craig, how are you? Well, let's get started. So I got some really cool stuff to do today, but before I do that, I want to introduce everybody to Nicole. Nicole Bostrom Kogan. If I said her last name right, please forgive me. So Nicole, unmute yourself. And we're gonna take a couple minutes and do this for sure. I want you to know who she is, what she's about. Our business partner Matt's here. They're an amazing dynamic neuro. I think this is a great value add. How many of you have ever gone on $1 million listing and not gotten it? Or even you wanted one for 500 and you're like, I just don't have enough up. I didn't know how, because in the absence of value, it's all about commissions. So A, you get low commissions if you can't demonstrate the value. B, sometimes you don't even get the listing, which is like, no, there's low commissions and there's no commissions. Either way, I'm against both. I highly recommend not doing either, like not smoking. All right. So how do we get full commissions and how do you get the listing every single time? Well, you better have a nice value add. And especially if you have one for two, three, four, five, $10 million. Let me tell you what, this is going to be a slam dunk. So Nicole, welcome to the 1% Club. How are you today?
I'm awesome. Good to be here.
Awesome. So Nicole is an attorney and she has attorney backed agent. Did I say that right?
Correct. Yes.
I was panicking. I'm going to say it wrong. So she has a program where you can offer an attorney to your clients. And let's see if I get it right. So you're on a listing presentation and you say, well, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, what makes me different than all the other high-end agents that are listing your home for $900,000 or $2.9 million or $7.7 million, same, script, different price point is I'm the only agent that's going to offer you an exclusive attorney for you to talk to during the transaction. This is probably the most expensive thing you've ever sold in your life, is it? And they're going to go, yeah, we've never sold anything for $900,000 or $2.9 million or $7.7 million. I said, great, you're going to probably have some legal questions. Now, my competitors from Sotheby's and Compass and Remax and Coldwell Banker says, we have attorneys, we have lots of them. And EXP has them too, by the way. But guess what? Those attorneys work for the brokerage. They don't work for you. Oh, no, you could talk to our attorneys. Think about it. The brokerage is paying them. Those attorneys exist. They're fiduciaries to the brokerage. Those attorneys represent the brokerage, not you. Oh, you might talk to them, but they're not there for you. Whereas the attorney that I'm going to provide you, they are there exclusively for you. I pay them to be a fiduciary to you. And you can actually get great legal advice during the transaction on quite possibly is the most expensive asset you've ever sold. And would you like to make a mistake while selling your 900, even if it's $500,000? Lately, that seems like nothing. And I'm going to give this to Nicole to correct me, but I think I've done it right. But here's the deal. 500,000 is maybe nothing to you, but it's everything to them. It's scary to them. $1 million is nothing to you. Some of you live in $2-3 million homes or $5 million homes, but it's everything to them. But guess what? When someone's selling their $7.7 million home, and all they have is the attorneys from Coldwell Banker that represent Coldwell Banker, you need your own representation. That's what makes me different. And I'm gonna give this to you. So it's one more reason to hire, if all things being equal. Let's go with that Brent Gove guy. Let's go with that Nicole Bostrom Kogan gal. That's a level of service. No, how do you differentiate yourself? This is how. So Nicole, did I do it right? Did I mess it up? Straighten me
No,
out here. Give them the scoop.
you did great. I know there's a gap that exists between the legal and real estate. And I'll tell you guys that I've been a real estate agent since I was 19 years old. So I'm in the trenches and understanding exactly. I'm extremely pro agent. I understand how hard you guys work, and that's where this comes from. This isn't attorney trying to step in and grab on real estate transactions. It's exactly the opposite. Where I see there is a differential is obviously real estate agents can't give legal advice. And sometimes there's a deadline that you require legal advice and you can't get it. Having a client already
Can I
have from,
stop you right there for one
yeah,
second?
of
We're
course.
all taught if they ask you legal advice, please don't answer. You are not an attorney. So you say you need to go seek an attorney. Then, and I do this during the listing presentation. And then you're going to ask him, do you have an attorney? Like, well, not really, just Google one. Is that really how you want to be treated? I have an attorney for you that works only for you. I may be paying them, but I pay them for you to be their fiduciary. And so they're loyal to you. And I think this is the big thing because tell the story. They all beg us not to give legal advice. Who knows who you'll get in the Google or what agent? You probably end up with a probate lawyer on a very, or somebody, a lawyer that specializes in automobile wrecks. On your house, you want a real estate lawyer. Okay, go ahead. I interrupted, but keep going. You're
No,
doing
that's perfect. It's no, it's perfect. It's perfect. And it's so true. You don't know who you're going to get. And let's even take it a step further and say it's 8 o'clock on a Sunday night and your deadline's at midnight. And now you've got a legal question. Good luck getting an attorney on the phone. We have access. So if somebody needs legal advice on a Sunday night, it's not a problem. Because we know that not all deadlines stop on, they might be on a Sunday night. Not everybody puts in the language that we recommend that extends it to the next business day, but that's a big part. I'm also going to say this. Real estate agents and attorneys don't get along. We want to solve that. We are training the attorneys not to be red line junkies. We do not want to see contracts that are written all over in legal jargon. That's going to scare a listing agent because that's exactly what happens. You guys know if you have three offers and two of them are written on state forms and they look good and everything sounds good, and then you've got one with 15 extra contingencies, it's going to scare you to try to explain it and it's going to scare the seller to accept it. We don't want to do that. So what we do is we train the attorneys to protect the client with as little invasive language as possible. The state forms function fine, so we don't need to see a lot of change. With that said, we also want to make sure that the attorney does have an opportunity to look at everything, but they know that their plan is not to rewrite the contract. So those are some of the things that make us different. Ultimately, this is all about increasing the agent's value in the transaction and in the process. We are in it for the agent because we understand how hard you guys work. I know firsthand how hard real estate agents work. And it's a competitive market out there. Everybody and their mother has a real estate license. So how can you set yourself apart? We trademarked the name attorney-backed agents. So if you become an attorney-backed agent with us, you get to use that logo and certification seal that you can see in my Zoom picture here. So you can set yourself apart. So you can have branded messaging, you can advertise yourself in that standpoint. Because I'll tell you what, I wear this, I wore it through the airport today, and then I got stopped. Somebody said, "What is an attorney-backed agent?" And that's when I can say, well, we bring law and legal services into the real estate contract to protect our clients.
That's
And
great. By the way, I want to say this. You guys go to the view, put speaker view. So because you'll see her logo instead of seeing 30 boxes where you're distracted, go to the view, hit speaker view. You can see her beautiful logo and a much better presentation. Keep going. You're doing good.
thanks. So ultimately, it's about how do you guys win? How do you win more business? And we all know that everybody's trying to force real estate commissions down as well. And this is a great value add where you can say, listen, I understand there are going to be agents who are going to do it for 1, 2%. I understand that. But this is your biggest asset, and we want to make sure you're protected. Can I do it for less? Maybe. But if we do, we're going to lose the attorney. And I don't think this is the type of risk that you want to take, taking the attorney out of this process. And they're always going to say, no, 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 do the old takeaway close. And suddenly they're seeing that they don't want to take that risk, especially in this highly litigious society. Um, we're seeing it, we've lived it. So it's not even a question. So it's just another way to protect yourself, protect your commission, working through that.
I love it. Now you guys are thinking, well, what's it cost? I mean, $5,000, $3,000. Well, first of all, have you ever had a buyer who's buying at $1 million, $2 million, and you lose them? Not if you are an attorney-backed agent and go, I have an attorney to help you. It's again and more value that you're bringing to the table. If they switch, they lose this. So correct me if I'm wrong. If you go one at a time, I believe it's $1,500 to add. And you think, well, that's a lot of money. Well, okay, the listing's 1.9 million, your commissions 3%, you're looking at about $55,000. I think $1,500 is a reasonable amount of money to spend. And you only use it if you got the buyer, or you got the buyer in contract, or you get the listing contract signed. So you only use it when you need it. What if you had to go up on a listing for 900,000? It's a paltry $27,000 commission, or 500,000, 1,500. But if you're going to lose it, why not do it? $1,500. Now, here's a cool thing. You can buy a 10 pack. And if you buy a 10 pack, how much is it? It's $750.
Correct.
So
Yep. We
I
cut
would,
it in half.
man, if it was me, I'd buy 10 of them in 3 seconds, which is $7,500 in 3 seconds. And you can offer on where you want, pick and choose. Now, if you're using the marketing of attorney-backed agents, you have to use it on every file, because you're saying, I'm an attorney-backed agent, use me, you're going to get that. And that's problematic if you pick and choose. So if you're marketing the attorney-backed agent logo and program, you do need to use it on each transaction. For me, I don't need it. I don't lose people in the lower end. But if you do, you should use this. But if you don't, I would use it on the million, two, three, four, five, 10, $20 million listings. But anything kind of like maybe 900,000 and up, make sure you get that buyer in escrow for 1.4 million or 3.7 million. Make sure you get that seller in contract for $750. You can be your hero. Give a higher quality service to the client. You're doing your job as a fiduciary agent or broker. The attorney will do their job as a fiduciary to your client. It's going to be a better experience for $750. And I guarantee you, when you go do a forensic audit, why did you choose me over Sotheby's? Why'd you choose me over that Remax agent, that Berkshire Hathaway agent? I guarantee you, a lot of times they're going to, you know what? We love that you actually have a professional attorney for us to talk to. And because you tell them, the other companies say, we have that too. We have more attorneys than anyone at Coldwell Banker. They represent Coldwell Banker. And make no mistake, the attorneys at EXP, they work for EXP. They represent EXP. So don't be bagging on EXP, but I would just use Coldwell Banker, Compass. They're going to say Sotheby's, Compass, Coldwell as attorneys. We certainly do too, but they're fiduciaries to the brokerage. They protect the brokerage at all costs, because that's where their bread is buttered. Did I explain that right? Was that okay, Nicole?
That's
Or
exactly right. Here's another area where we see it really effective. So I've been running my team this way for 20 years. So I've sat across the couch from sellers and buyers in this situation. So I see their reaction to it. What about if you have somebody who says, I want to work with my cousin. My cousin's a real estate agent. I want to work with them. My answer to that is your cousin an attorney-backed agent? And of course, their cousin is not an attorney-backed agent. Suddenly that piqued their interest. Well, what is that? And then I can have the conversation to say, an attorney-backed agent, we bring an attorney into the transaction. This is why it's valuable. I partner with a local real estate attorney to make sure that you're fully represented. I also understand that you have a familial relationship. And sometimes when we have business and family together, it doesn't always work out that well and becomes kind of awkward. So the beautiful thing of being an attorney-backed agent is you can use me as the excuse and say, I really wanted to have an attorney represent me through this contract. That's why I chose an attorney-backed agent. So now you've let yourself off the hook with your friend and family member who the other client wants to use. And you can say, I'll even make the call on your behalf if you don't want to, if you don't want to get into that messy middle. I'll make the call and say, we're an attorney and this is, I work with an attorney and this is why it's valuable and that's why they're choosing it. Nobody can argue with that, right? You guys couldn't argue with that either if the situation was reversed. So it's another tool in your toolbox.
so if they want to, for those that are going, I love this, I want to do it. How do they do it? What's their next step?
Yep. You can reach out to Matt. So Matt Wales is on this call.
Yeah,
And
Matt, wave at everybody. Matt Wales, look around. He's got the big beard. He looks awesome. Matt, fear the beard, baby. He's a good dude. Don't worry, he's not scary at all.
yeah, he's a good guy. Matt, do you want to give your contact information if they want to jot it
Yeah,
down?
maybe
Yeah,
type it in the chat. Say it out loud and type it in the chat if you don't mind.
yeah, totally. So it's Matt Wales, and then the nickname is Beard, so it makes total sense. And so it's beard@attorneyback.com, and then my number is 262-710-1969.
And I saw a couple questions in the chat. You guys were
Yeah,
asking
hit them.
what areas we're in. So we're expanding this everywhere across the United States. So if you have if I don't know what state you guys were in, I think I saw New Mexico, maybe Florida. We do have attorneys in those areas. So yeah, we can launch this quick. Also, if you have an attorney that you've been working with and you would like to refer them to be an attorney at Attorney Backed Agent so you can continue that relationship, we absolutely love that. So that's very, very acceptable to refer us in an attorney as well.
Perfect. Well, there you go. So reach out to Matt. He can answer your questions. Great guy. And then if you like it, do the program. Maybe try it one time for 1,500. If you love it, they go, I'm going to buy a 10 pack for 7,500. I can do it 10 times. If you get listing after listing after listing, or buyers that you lose one buyer at, like, $1 million, that's $25,000 to be able to save that buyer. I mean, you really get it across for $750 or 1,500, worth its weight. I think it's the coolest thing in the world. I'm just bringing it to your attention. I will say this in front of everybody. Nicole, how much do you pay me every time someone uses your company?
$0.
There you go, man. So this ain't some schmoozy, shell game, whatever. Brent's getting a kickback. I don't. I'm bringing something to you. You like it, use it. You don't like it, don't use it. I think Nicole's amazing. Matt's amazing. I think it's a great program. I think it's worth trying. So, Nicole, Matt, thank you. Is there anything else you want to add or say today before we kind of switch gears on this?
I've seen a question. Is it 750 per transaction? So yes, it's 750 per transaction. We get 10 of them. And so you don't have to use, it depends. Like some people are worried about, do I have a certain time period to use them? We like to use them within the year. If you are selling more than 10 transactions, you probably are. We just add on, you can just add on at 750 after that. So that's no problem. You don't have to keep buying it in sets of 10. And then what else? We talked about the need to, if you're going to use it, if you're going to brand yourself as an attorney-backed agent, we don't want to create that misrepresentation if you pick and choose which ones. You can have the client waive it though. So if a client decides, I don't need to have an attorney in the transaction, you can waive it for 250. It does not count towards your 750. So we want to make sure that that is known as well. But we just don't want to create a situation where you're representing yourself as an attorney-backed agent, but then not doing it. You
Yep.
also can do it individually, because I know Brent had this question, which was, what happens if I just want to use it and I don't want to advertise myself as an attorney-backed agent, but I want to use it on my higher end listings? Can we do it? Absolutely. So as long as you're not advertising yourself, you can pull it in on whichever deals you
Yeah.
want. And we're happy to do it that way too, because again, you guys are all independent contractors, business owners. You want to run your business your way. We respect that boundary and are happy to do it. So yeah.
And it's not just higher end listings. It's any listing you want to use it on. I kind of like that. Or any buyer you want to use it, or higher end buyers. For me, I would pick and choose, but I have a lot of confidence. Anything under 1 million, I know I'm going to get that buyer, that seller. But if you've been losing those buyers, if you've been losing those sellers, I think $750 is, but what if I would have gotten it anyways? What if the third one, it's why you got it? And it's a $27,000 commission.
Yeah.
So don't
And
be penny wise and pound foolish, as the saying goes.
you also, we do a monthly group training on negotiation or other topics that are highly important to you guys. But negotiation is my favorite because I don't feel like enough people train on how to negotiate in real estate. So you can then say you're trained by an attorney, because then you're in a really good
Oh
spot.
yeah, I forgot about that. Every month you do a training. They can ask you questions, reach out to you. I mean, how do you meet with an attorney every month who's an expert at real estate? She hasn't been doing this for a year or two. She's old like me, but beautiful. There's a difference. And so you've been 20 years in, plus years or whatever?
26 years in real estate. 23 as an attorney. So
She's
yeah.
not green, and she's gonna be a part of this program. So reach out to Matt. His phone number's in the chat. If you like it, pursue it. If you don't, let it go. But Nicole, you're amazing. Matt, you're welcome to the EXP family. We're excited to have you. Excited about what you're doing. Rock and roll. Let's go. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So we're gonna switch gears. And the last part of this 1% club, I want to say this. Everyone write this down. Someone put it in the chat. Ready? Welcome to recruiting season. It's like deer season, lobster season. You can go get lobsters. There's a lobster season. There's a deer hunting season, pheasants. They have seasons to do things. Statistically, agents switch and move companies in November, December. It's just a fact for decades and decades and decades. If agents move, they tend to do it in November, December. They start thinking about the year and maybe I need a change. I moved to Remax in October. I moved to Keller Williams in October. I moved to EXP in October. That's a little bit early. But it's October, November, December, the fourth quarter. And so you're here. We just started November. You got all of November, all of December. The agents slow down. They start thinking about it. Like, maybe I need a change. I thought maybe I should try Remax. Maybe I should try Keller Williams. Maybe I should try this EXP thing for 6 months. Exactly what I did with Remax, Keller, and EXP. And let's just say the third time's the charm. I'm not going anywhere. I'm in love with you guys in EXP. So there's something coming up that's really going to help you. We have a business planning clinic coming up a week from this Thursday in Sacramento. I think, well, that's great. We're not in Sacramento. Get on a plane and fly to Sacramento. Bring a prospect. If you're in Las Vegas, Sacramento, Portland, get on a Southwest flight, $79. Come down for the day. It's a week from this Thursday. What's the date? I should have had the date ready. And if anyone's watching, we can put up the flyer of that event.
I'm getting the flyer. It's the 20th and the 21st, depending on which side of Sacramento you're on.
Yeah, the 20th in Placer County, Thursday, the 21st in El Dorado Hills for Friday. But Burl Workman's coming, and you think, well, we're not there. A, we record it, but B, you do them. If you don't have a business planning clinic where you live, do one. We will give you a digital business planning workbook. Is that available on our website, brentgove.com, Rob?
It is.
So if you go to brentgove.com, and what button do they got to click on to find it under resources or something?
Just a sec. I'm scrambling to get
Look it up while you're doing that.
There's that. And then and we normally just have it up during the season that we're planning in November, December. So it may not be on the front page right now, but it will be during this event. So
let's get Burl's business planning workbook there so they can download it. Do one with 5 agents at your title company or mortgage company.
It'll be on the front page of brentgove.com in 5 minutes.
Yeah, it'll be on brentgove.com front page. You can download Burl Workman's full color business planning workbook. Print them in full color. Do not cheap this out and do it in black and white. Not the time. Be classy. And then you can say, come to our business planning clinic. Everyone repeat these words after me. Everyone write down. It's broker agnostic, man. Everyone's coming. Remax, Coldwell Banker, Berkshire, Compass, Sotheby's, EXP, Independence, Platinum Real Estate, Lions Real Estate, Royal LePage. Everyone's coming. It's going to be great. And it's not about Compass. It's not about Coldwell Banker. It ain't about EXP. It's a business planning clinic taught by Tina Call, taught by Jay Nelson, taught by Veronica Figueroa. Go get a speaker and you don't have to do it, or you could do it. And he says, I sold 60 homes last year and I'm going to teach you how I did it. And the key is you ask people, Howard, Jared, Craig, Jackson, Kathy Dow, do you have a business plan for next year? Do you have a step-by-step business plan where you have total clarity? Because clarity is power. And when you're purposeful, you're intentional about what you're doing, you have initiatives for Q1, 2, 3, and 4. You know when you're going to hire your assistant. You know when you're going to kick in social media marketing program. You know when your farm will be complete and you're farming a 400-person farm. You know how and when and what and postcards and what that looks like. And you know how you're going to get leads from referral, how you're going to get leads from open houses, how you're going to get internet leads, how you're going to get sign leads, how you're going to get leads from the Chamber of Commerce. You have all your different leads flowing into you. You have clarity. This is going to help you so much. Again, it is not about Keller Williams. It's not about EXP. It's not about Compass. It's about your kids. This is how I talk to people. This is called everyone write this down and put this in the chat if someone's taking notes. It's a soft recruiting event. And you say it's a business planning event. The truth is, it's also a soft recruiting event. It's how I got to Keller Williams. They invited me to their quote unquote business planning clinic. It sounds harmless enough. I went, I was freaking impressed with the room and all the people. I think, well, I would only get 10 or 15. They'll love it. Get the conference room at a neutral location. The Board of Realtors, neutral. So great. They have rooms you can rent at your local Board of Realtors. The agents are used to going down there to get lock boxes, to do different things. Or you could use your title company usually has a big, gorgeous glass conference room, or your mortgage company. And I got 40 people coming. Great. Put out 15 to 20 chairs. Put out half the chairs. I got 20 people get put out 10 chairs because agents are flakes. They will show a property last second. They go on a listing appointment last second. They'll forget. They'll whatever. So put out half the chairs, because if you have 40 people coming and you put out 40 chairs and 20 people show up, or even 30 people show up, the 10 empty chairs will be in front of the presenter. And I've spoken to 10 empty chairs and 30 people, and it's depressing. I'm like a really positive. I hate it. It just messes up my mojo. I'm like, gosh, dang it. So I'm telling you right now, chair psychology. I'm begging you, have 10, 20, 30 chairs off to the side if you need them. Oh, we can't start yet. We got more people than we're planning, and take 5 minutes. This is crazy. The turnout's crazy. And you have 17 people. Doesn't matter. But if you have 17 people with 30 chairs out, you laid an egg. So listen to me on this, and then play some cool music. I sent Rob songs this morning of really fun, upbeat music. I said, I want to hear this at my next events that I'm doing. Let's see if I can find it here. This is a great new song. Where is it? Oh man. Well, I sent it to Rob. He knows. I'm trying to find it now. Love Tonight. Love Tonight. That is a great song to play. Love Tonight. It's just when I hear songs I like, I listen to it. This one was a really good song. It was called On the Floor. On the Floor by Pitbull and Jennifer Lopez. Very upbeat. So you got music where they coming in, everyone's feeling good. It breaks up the quietness, and people are talking instead of everyone being awkward and they're looking around like this. You have music, event ends, music, and then well lit. See the lights here? I am well lit. Go early the day before and make sure all the light bulbs are in. Like little details like that. Make sure there's coffee. It's 3 p.m. Make sure there's coffee. People get tired. Iced tea. Have some snacks. Keep it simple, but check it out. Soft recruiting event. So here's what I'm going to do. So number 1, welcome to recruiting season. Number 2, statistically, they move in October, November, December. We're here. This is a gold mine in front of you. Number 3, we're doing business planning clinics all over North America. There isn't one in your area. I bless you. Go do one.
Brent, the book is now in the chat and it's on the front page of your website.
Boom. Let's go ahead and share the screen and show them the front page of the website just so they can see it. But I want you to do one. And I don't care if you have 5 people there. I want the pressure on you to get people there and just say, I want you to come to our business planning clinic and then go back to Coldwell Banker and kill it. Go back to Berkshire Hathaway and kill it. Go back to Compass and kill it. Well, do you want me to come to EXP? I forbid you to ever come to EXP. Now get over yourself. Come to our business planning clinic. You're going to love this. You're going to walk out with a business planning book with actual, flip through it a little bit. So it's got a table of contents. Oh, it's downloading. It's taking a second, but it's really first class. Looks great. We're going to spend some time. They really write out their thoughts, lead sources, follow up, how to delegate to elevate, how they use CRMs and databases and personal systems. And it's just phenomenal. So that's good. It's like 28 pages long. It looks great. It's classy. We're giving it to you. Verl said you could use it. So do one in your area. I have one again coming up a week from this Thursday and then Friday. And there's a 50 quarter and the 80 quarter. So we have one on the 80 quarter way over here and one on the 50 quarter over here. We're doing 2, one each day. I have a speaker coming in. Who do you know who would come in for you? I'm telling you, if there isn't one in your area, you need to make this happen. It is an opportunity of a lifetime. Why do I say this? Well, number 4, guess what we're doing? We're doing a contest right here, right now. What do you mean a contest? Yep. We're going to have 7 winners, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 7 winners. The winners get to come hang out with Gene and I and go golfing in Puerto Rico, go snorkeling, go sailing. We're going to go to Flamingo Beach, which is top 10 in the world. I remember I was kind of snarky. I'm like, I've been to a million beaches. I like beaches. They're great, but a beach is a beach is a beach. No, Flamingo Beach will blow your mind. It's like you've never been to a beach like this. It is a tropical paradise to a degree you have not seen. I've been to a million beaches. It was better than Maui, the golden sands of Maui. You have to come. So we're going to have 7 winners. The contest ends December 15th. I'm like, well, I don't have my business planning clinic set up. I just gave you a month. You need 2-3 weeks. Do it after Thanksgiving. Do it before. Ours is before Thanksgiving. Like, I don't have it set up, but it's too late. Do it December 5th. Do it December 8th. Do it December 10th, 12th, 14th. The deadline's the 15th. Then text me. We're going to do the honor system. Say, I had this many guests. So I'm going to set the bar for you. In Sacramento, I must have invited 50 people. I'm like, hey, you got to come. You got to come. 30, I don't know how many said they'd come. A lot said they'd come. 33 actually showed up. I said, you're going to have remember the verbiage. You're going to get a business planning workbook. You're going to leave with the workbook. You're going to leave with total clarity on how you're going to crush it in 2026. Everyone write this down in the chat or write down your notes. Hope is not a strategy. Hoping next year is better than this year is a surefire way to repeat this year next year. And if you had a great year, fine. Hope it's going to be better and just repeat this year because you had a good year. But how many think you would love to raise your average sales price from 500 to 700 or from 700 to $1 million? Or forget that, instead of doing $400,000 homes, do $30 million homes and triple your income. Well, it's not quite triple, but 350 would be roughly 333 would be tripling your income at $1 million. You can do this sort of thing. It's actually possible. And so challenge people to get there. So I brought 33 and we didn't talk about anything. We talked about business planning. That was it. But it opened conversations. Remember I said it's a soft recruiting event? They start saying, talk to me about your brokerage. I want to know more. That group was awesome. I love the energy. I love the music. I love the whole setting. Music, lights, camera, action, music when it's over. The energy, it is key. It's not some boring, stodgy board of realtors meeting. We do them at the board all the time, but man, the music's pumping when they come in. Event, coffee in the back. In case they get tired, throw some granola bars in a bowl. Keep it simple. You don't have to feed them lunch and spend $5,000 on lunch or breakfast. And so I had 33 people show up, 18 switch companies within the next 6 weeks. How would you like to put 18 on your front line? How would you like to open 6 levels of your revenue share? How would you like to get on with your life? This is the time. It's the perfect time of year to do a business planning clinic. So whoever has the most people, break my record. I had 33. Why don't you have 34, 35? And do it for your kids, for your family. Now, the winner may have the top 7. Maybe you have someone that brings 35. Somebody else brings 34. Somebody else brings 30. Somebody else brings 25. Somebody else brings 19. Somebody else brings 14. Somebody else brings 12. It may go 34 to 12, and those are the top 7. You stay at my home in Puerto Rico. You stay at Gene's house in Puerto Rico. We snorkel. We go into the rainforest. I did one of these. I was literally doing this. Let's see if I can find it. I did this weekend. This is 2 nights ago. I did a mastermind here in Puerto Rico. That's the group. We had about 30 people, and that's what it looks like in the plaza at night. And it was the most expensive meal Pura Vida had ever served to anybody. And I had the fortune of paying for it. But we had a great time. Come hang out. You know what it'll cost you? A plane ticket. You'll have no hotel expenses. I pay for every single meal. We're going to go to Flamingo Beach. We're going to go to the rainforest. You're going to learn what an empanada is. They're delicious. You're going to learn what fish tacos are. Oh my God. Oh, I might have been a little off the diet this weekend because flour tortillas are not on the diet. But you need to come. You need to say that I'm winning that. I'm going to go hang out with Gene Frederick and Susan Frederick. Kathy and Brent Gove, we're going to golf, we're going to swim, rainforest, Flamingo Beach. We're going to be wild Caribbean pirates for the weekend, a long weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, you'll fly back. You fly in Thursday, you fly home Monday. If you want to stay longer and go do other things on the island, go ahead. But the top 7 come hang out with us. We had 30. There were a lot of people. They had a blast. And he was there. In fact, I think Jim Fury was there. Jim, unmute yourself. Was it super boring and horrible, Jim? Was it just a lousy time? Tell them what it was like to hang out in Puerto Rico, Jim.
I really needed just to sleep all day today to rest and catch up.
I was surprised to see you here, man. I was surprised to see that you made it on.
You kept us going. It was fun. It was a blast. The rainforest was great. You and Gene were great. It was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Right on, man. Well,
Plus a lot of good information.
Dude, I
too.
just found the picture. You're peeking out.
Yeah, there I am.
You barely got an eyeball out of the whole table there, man. I was looking for you in that thick picture. But we had so much fun. It was great. Is anybody else on that was there this weekend and hung out with us? Was it just you? Did you see anybody else, Jim? I don't think I see anybody else.
I was here. I was there.
Oh, Craig, you would have bit me if you were a snake. You and Annie, Craig and Annie Nash. I've known Craig a long time. I didn't know Annie as well. I fell in love with Annie Nash. And Craig, I've always loved you, man. But dude, I think I'm better with Kathy. Gene's better with Susan. You're better with Annie, man. You guys are a
Yes.
couple. It was amazing. Thank you for coming. Was it boring? What was it like to hang out in Puerto Rico? What was it like to hike through the rainforest and hike up on all fours to waterfalls and get under
I'm still on a high, so I still haven't come out of the clouds and just, I'm going. So
Pretty cool. Oh, by the way, I did take a few pictures of the waterfalls right there. Just complete tropical paradise, man. It was absolutely unreal. You need to come with that.
Annie's
Craig,
here.
oh, there's Annie. I was just bragging on you, Annie. I don't know if you heard me. I was telling him how awesome you are and how much better he is with you. What did you think of the event in Puerto Rico?
Oh my gosh, I had such an amazing time. We sat in the airport yesterday and I took notes and notes and notes. Because I went through all of my notes and I was refining them down and taking action plans. And oh my gosh, so much amazing nuggets. And it was great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I love you guys. So everybody else, win the dumb contest. Now, even if you're 8, 9, or 10, you're still going to win because you had 5, 10, 15 guests at the business planning clinic. It's going to open the door. You're adding value. They'll say, tell me about EXP because that was awesome. Make sure your presenters with EXP or Bill Pipes or Viral Workman, a famous coach who will be very complimentary. Again, we don't put up EXP banners, but they get it. Pretty much everyone there, 70, 80% of the people there are EXP, 20, 30% guests, and they just are blown away. My brokerage isn't doing anything like this. It is a great soft recruiting event. You have to do this. Jackson lives 100 miles north of me from Chico. That's right, Jackson. I'm talking about you. And you got to bring people down from Chico 100 miles to Placer County. Viral Workman. I mean, this guy's amazing. And you got to promote your speaker. Anyone you bring, they're going to want to sign up for EXP. So you got to make it happen. So that's the contest. When's the deadline? December 15th. When's the deadline? December 15th. How do you win? You text me on the 15th. Do not text me, and you can text me if you want before, but text me and say, you know what? It was awesome. I did X, but if you don't text me back on the 15th, you're not going to be included because I'm not going to remember everybody. So on the 15th, if you think you got a shot at winning, December 15th by midnight, wherever you are, text me, Brent, I had this many people. And you could do another one. You could do one in a week or two and do another one in 2 or 3 weeks. I'd do 2. I'd win the doggone stupid contest. Let's hang out and have a good time. I'll send my driver to pick you up at the airport. Yes, I have a driver named Orlando and Julissa, and they have black Lincoln Navigators, and you will roll up like a gazillionaire. It'll be fun. So I want to say that. So, I get 4 points and we're going to switch to Viral. Number 1, it's time to start treating revenue share like a business. Number 2, what you focus on expands. Number 3, what's your plan? If you fail to plan, you plan to fail by definition. Do this little contest. Just jumpstart yourself, man. Fire it up. I got the cables on. Turn over. Woo, woo, woo. Boom, the engine comes to life. This is your jump start moment. And finally, number 4, come join us in Puerto Rico. Come have fun. We'll do this event later in the spring. I don't know if we'll do it in February or April. Obviously, March is Cabo, so that's taboo. We're all going to Cabo, you know that, but we'll do something maybe in February or April or May. We'll figure it out. It's going to be a good time. So with that said, I have my good friend Burl Workman in the house. I'm hoping he's here. People are jumping up. There he is.
I'm
Burl,
here. I'm here.
how you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. How are things in your world?
Unbelievable. We did a huge mastermind this weekend. You weren't here to see it, but we took 30 people into the rainforest. That's actual just coming right out of the rainforest there. We had all different kinds of people. We had the best time. And then if that was enough, we did a celebration dinner. And we had 30 people. There it is. So there's the plaza at night under the stars. And that was our table. It was the
Nice.
biggest meal Pure Vita had ever served. And everybody had the best time. And I'm on a high. Everyone's on a high. It was incredible. So I'm inviting everyone back out. Little contest I'm throwing. But you and I are here to talk today about business planning clinics. By the way, all I did was promote your business planning clinic like a wild man a week from this Thursday, because that's what leaders do. They're promoters. Promoters are leaders. Leaders are promoters. Write that one down. So they're coming on the 20th to Roseville, and on the 21st to the El Dorado Hills side. We're going to blow it out. I challenge them to bring like 30 guests. I expect to see 400, 500, 600 people in the room. And so we're here today. We've already been promoting. Rob, go ahead and switch over. Show Vera what we've been promoting on the share if it's still up there. But we've been promoting a beautiful flyer. You guys can make these. Copy ours. Just give it to a graphic designer and say, copy this, but put Chicago on it. Put Tampa on it. And then we've been promoting your workbooks. So there you are, Burl, you're a handsome devil. And then, so we're promoting this. And then we have, go to brentgove.com. And on my website, you gave us permission to use your workbook. So we want people to do that. And then if you're a team or you know a team, Burl's got like, I don't know, 60 coaches. He's the premier team coach in America. There's nobody better. And so where do they get the business planning workbook? Is that this here? Where do they get that, Rob?
Sorry,
there,
I just put it in the chat so they can get it there, and then it's on the front page of your website right here. If you just click on this, it'll open up.
Oh, this is it right here. This will open up. Okay. All
right
right.
there.
Oh, that's right. So they click on that, and it's downloadable there, so they can download it.
Yep.
Sweet, sweet. So we've been promoting. We can go ahead and shut down the share, but we've been showing people that's how you make an event right. There's the workbook. Print them in full color. I don't care if you have 5 people, 10 people, 15, 25, 55, 155. Do it. Keep it simple. And this is the time. People need a plan for next year. Ask them, do you have one? They'll say no.